Inside at the Somerset West Community Health Centre, people in the neighbourhood are raising concerns about an increase in open drug use. And now, new data from paramedics shows overdoses have actually increased in that area. The site was located on Eccles Street. It was forced to close in March after a move by the province to shutter supervised consumption sites within 200 metres of schools and daycares. We looked at overdose data in a one-block area around the site. CTV's Austin Lee joins us live now with more on this. Austin.
Yeah, well, Patricia, this is an area that has dealt with some drug issues for years now. But with the closure of the supervised consumption site, people in that region still people are still doing drugs, and they're just finding secluded side streets and alleys to do so. And advocates say that is part of what's leading to more overdoses.
It's been bad, it's been getting a lot worse for sure.
It's been less than a year since the supervised consumption site at the Somerset West Community Health Centre closed its doors. Since then, people in the area say things have gotten worse.
I'm seeing a lot more people in the kinds of serious distress that would get caught if the site was still here.
Marna Nightingale has lived in the neighborhood for more than 2 decades. She says she does a lot of outreach work, and lately, more people are struggling.
This is not some imported problem. These are my neighbors, and they're in very bad shape, and I hate it.
New data provided by Ottawa paramedics reinforce Nightingale's concerns. Since the closure of the supervised consumption site in March, there have been 106 overdose calls to paramedics in the immediate area around the Somerset West Community Health Centre. That's up 19% compared to the same time last year.
When people are using drugs and they're supported by peers or other people using drugs, they won't always call 911 after an overdose happens.
The supervised consumption site was replaced by a homelessness and addiction recovery treatment center, or Heart Hub.
We are fairly busy now on a day-to-day basis, and we are seeing some of the folks that we used to see through the consumption site. We haven't seen all of them.
While the province did not directly comment on the increase in overdose calls in Somerset West, it says across Ontario, overdose deaths have dropped by 41% and overdose calls by 50% since Heart Hubs opened in April. But some want the government to reverse its decision to close consumption sites.
This has actually brought drug use closer to children. There was one resident who found needles and drug paraphernalia in her child's stroller, another business owner who was pricked when he was gardening outside his business.
And aside from concerns of open drug use and overdoses, Nightingale says there are other ripple effects.
We're seeing more people with minor injuries that turn into major problems because they don't have that engagement with the clinic on a regular basis, where somebody at the supervised injection site is saying, hey, that doesn't look great.
Now, these are just some of the stories that we've heard from that area. Tomorrow, we'll share just how busy community outreach teams have become since the closure of the supervised consumption site. Patricia.
Exhausting work for sure. All right.